My name's Galena. I'm the fiancé of Joshua Lee McCollister, who was murdered on July 8th by Deunn Willis and robbed by Danielle Durand. There's this beautiful message that Josh recorded for me a couple weeks before he died. He says I love you to me, like, so many times in this 2-minute message. And he talks about when he asked my parents for my hand in marriage. It's such a nice message, and I play it over and over and over just to hear his voice, just to hear him saying that he loves me. But in order to play that message, I have to scroll through his Facebook messages, and I see, like, bargains that he found on NextDoor. I can't even hear those words, NextDoor, without feeling physically sick. Josh was always looking for a bargain. He was, in some ways, just exceptionally thrifty. And there's to tell him it was one of the things I liked about him, that, he was into couponing and things like that. And it's so hard to process still that he died over a free puppy. I look back over all the messages that we have shared on Facebook since, like, 2020. And there are so many things that it just makes me nauseous to look at because they're from NextDoor, but I have to go through it if I want to get things like that nice message or no. Every time I hear the words NextDoor, it reminds me that he's in a box. I think he was such a big personality. He was so loud and funny. I'm timid and I'm shy. And he was just so over the top. He was shy, and his own was like he had this personality he'd show the world, and his real self that very few people saw. But he was such a big person in so many ways, and now he's in a box. He's in a box that is... He used to go to art museums with his mom. He'd take her to art museums. And after he died, she didn't have anybody to take her to art museums anymore. So I sent her a couple of art books. I sent her a book on Holbein because Holbein's my favorite artist. And I sent her a book on Cassatt. Cassatt was my dad's mom's favorite artist. And Cassatt does so many beautiful paintings of mothers and children, and so I thought Sandy could use that right now. And when his ashes got there, she put the art books by Josh's ashes, and she's told me that we're still together. And I thought about when I chopped my hair off at the coroner's office. And I chopped my long hair off. So my hair and our kids' hair could be cremated with him, so we'd always be together. I think of how Deunn Willis and Danielle Durand they're a couple. They got to have 10 years together. That's what I read online somewhere. 10 whole years. Why did they take that from me? Why did they take that from him? Why wouldn't they just let us be together? Why? If I want to hear my man tell me that he loves me, do I have to scroll through things that make me feel physically sick? Like, when they decided that they just had to have that free puppy back that Danielle Durand put up the ad for on NextDoor, that Josh decided he was going to get this free puppy for our kids. What made them decide to bring a gun? Like, even having the gun there, what made them decide to actually put bullets in it? Like, they didn't have to have it loaded. I mean, the people there, Josh and his friends, they were scared enough seeing the gun out. They didn't have to pull that trigger with actual bullets, or they could have had blanks in it. They had so many choices. They had so many choices on the day that they murdered Josh. Don't have a gun at all. Like, offer money instead of, like, taking this puppy back by force. Get another puppy. I miss him so much. Every day, all day long. And I hate having to say that he was my fiancé. I freaking hate it. Because he called me his wife. For 6 months. I called him my husband for 6 months. And now, because of these videos, I have to call him fiancé. Because of these videos, I have to refer to him as Joshua Lee McCollister. I never called him Joshua. Not once. He hated the name Joshua. Not once. In the 14 years that I knew him, did I ever call him Joshua or Joshua Lee? Never. And I have to do it for this. Because he's been swept under the rug in Humboldt County. The media up there has done so little to ensure that he gets justice. I have the photographs of Deunn Willis and Danielle Durand, like, burned into my brain what their smiles look like. They stole it. Stole my smile. They stole so much. They will never know. They'll never understand it because they still have each other. They're gonna go to prison, but my God, if Josh was in the worst prison, if he was stuck in some horrible prison in North Korea or Iran, or I would know he was still alive. I would have that. And what I have instead is having to scroll through NextDoor ads that he sent me, which make me physically sick, just to hear him say, "I've loved you forever."